Shotgun ammo, glass bottle.
Reminder for robotics personnel. All fire drills are temporarily suspended while
Son of a...
flamethrower tests are
Run.
conducted. If you hear the alarm, act immediately.
Okay, yeah, let's go back to, like, the beginning part of interchange. Maybe we can go one to different routes through there. Like, maybe medical or something. Yeah, we got 2 different ways we could go. Is this openable now? It is. Data storage Charlie is. Okay. Yeah, robotics was a bust. Seems like we can't do that one yet. See if we can power this place up. Just some glue. Okay. Excuse me. Per December 1956, Garrow denied my request of course, but I've heard some of the spare batteries over at the dam we might be able to get our hands on. Could pick them up for me, Douglas. You know the way into Casterfell Wood and head north. Okay. Bada boom, another battery. Let there be lights. And there's medical. Yep, there activates a turret. Good, good, good. Yeah, we need to get to medical next. But for now, let's look down here. I probably should have... Ow, yeah, I should have done the... Whoops. Let me check down here. What is this area? Storage. No power. Okay, so I need to power specific stuff. Oh, it's a pattern. Storeroom key. Okay. 4. 5. Okay, so 5. Okay, 5. Does the key card tell me? Wait, whoa, wait, it does. Hold on, I saw all that numbers at the end there. 5742. 5. 7. 4. 2. Bada boom. We're in. Got the key card. S&G ammo, first aid kit, thank you, and a note. Derek, I'm well aware that the presence of protesters at the outer perimeter helps to convince people that the Windscale is a legitimate nuclear facility, but this is my problems with the data adapt buggers trying to get over the fence. I got a dozen new scientists arrive at a special vetting before next week. I don't have time to be dealing with the constant nuisance that these troublemakers represent. I know that the police in Windham aren't set up for this kind of thing, but my security team don't have the manpower either. Someone in Whitehall needs to come up with an answer. PDQ. Okay, looks like that's the only thing that's actually in this room. Still. Good stuff, good stuff. Okay, let's go up here. Let's try and get into medical. I'll see if we can just go in through here and avoid the turret altogether. Thralls. Okay, great. Let me save first before we go fighting thralls. If we're fighting thralls, Yeah, I'm definitely using the Bow and arrow. How many arrows do I even have? 5? That's not many, but it's more than enough. Okay, yeah. Sounds like... The hell? What is the turret shooting? Is it shooting thralls or rats or something? I'm guessing rats. Slondale. What is that? What is this? Oh, this is back towards beginning. No, we don't need to go there right now. We need to try and get through medical. Here we go. Bada boom, all headshots. Yeah, give me the arrow, give me the spores. Gotta loot the bag? No. Yeah, give me my arrow back. Glass bottles. Of course, give me back my arrow. Scraps. Range resistant recipe. There we go. That could be helpful. Especially since we're about to go into medical. My mistake. Ow. Okay, we actually reached medical. Nice. But let me see what's for here. I see. Trying to be careful about all this. I don't know where they're gonna be. Not too difficult to kill as long as you're stealthy about it. But that doesn't mean that one wrong move might not cause an instant. Barred from other side. Well, let me get my arrows back. My arrow! Dang it. Don't get stuck. Yep, they don't have my arrow. Well, that sucks. What's this? Stimulants? A log?
The wait is interminable. I've run out of work to occupy myself, and it's still not our turn to evacuate. We all felt the shudder of the explosion at the plant, but since then, nothing. Perkins is wandering around, muttering that they've forgotten us. He's an awful fretter at the first sign of trouble, but I'm beginning to wonder if he might perhaps be on the button this time.
Well, it's safe to say there's a lot of trouble going on here. Wait, can I turn this thing off? Apparently not out of that. Well then, let's go into medical. See what we can do. Through here. Medical. Let's go in. Going to get this out. Some water. Gotta get a hydration. Ammo. String. One of those. Gun oil. More water. String. I'm sorry! The fuck? Well, I don't understand. Finally, okay, so guns don't work. Guns do not work. Why so many? There's so many of them. And guns just do not seem to work. This is not going well at all. Equip the revolver. I have no idea where they went, but they are a thrall? I don't even know what that is, but they are... I guess I need to do takedowns. Too late. Okay, they can die, they just take a lot of... You gotta be kidding me. At least you get stunned from actually getting shot in the face. How did I miss those two shots there? Well, there we go. The thralls are dead, and they take a lot of shots to the face. Granted, I guess they're wearing something akin to armor, but man, they took a lot of shots. So these things are, they're obviously infected by the spores. Kind of like the druids and the stuff we were seeing at Crestfall. Church cellar key. Church cellar. What church? The one back in the village?
It's no secret he's been frustrated with the direction of our research, but this takes the biscuit.
Takes the biscuit.
Last night,
Most British thing I've ever heard.
About a secret lab Holder has set up in Wyndham Village, under the church, apparently. Of all places. For a month, he's been stealing samples, smuggling out lab equipment, and all with God as his witness. Worst of all, Edward knew because he was planning to join him. Holder's got himself a little rogue scientist brigade. I managed to convince Edward to give me a key to the place. Once this fever is down, I'll march over and confront Holder myself.
That probably didn't go well. Okay, September 17, 1957, I again argued that we need to know exactly to what Mary was exposed, and again was rebuffed by the boffins on the lower floor. The man may literally die through ignorance. The sharp security segregations between sections may make sense to grand sages at military intelligence, but do not know enough to even attempt to save the man. It's not radiation sickness, but beyond that, I am at a loss. Yeah, it's not radiation sickness. This whole spore thing's not radiation.
What are you doing?
Trying to help you, Dr. Fisher. Now stay still.
No! 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 Get that away from me, Alan! It's not...
Ah! It's not tested. It will save your bloody life. The infection's tearing you apart, trust me. Get away! Keep your experiments to yourself. Fisher!
Sounds like Fisher was exposed to this. To the spores. String. Wait, are we going in a loop now? Okay, looks like we have, but we're still missing that key card. Okay, yeah, that's our main goal. We need to find this key card. As for where it is, that's the issue. If I was the key card, where would I be? Someone here must have it. All I see is scraps and stuff. I don't see the key card. Wait, here we go. Test subject attainment. I'm very sorry to have to say, security have just informed me that they found another dead escaped rat from the biological vectors testing. Thought I had made myself abundantly clear in the last memo that was circulated to all department heads, but we must maintain better experimental security. I know this is a sealed facility, but that does not mean we can simply assume that such incidents will be safely contained. I'm sure I do not need to explain to any of you what the consequences might be if one of these test subjects were to escape and breed a native rodent population. You mean the dozens of evil rats that have been attacking us? Yeah, I think it's safe to say they've escaped. Okay, so let's go back to interchange. I can't find the keycard and we're in medical. So my best guess is the keycard might be in the church. If you remember, we did get...
Hello? The instrument's just registered an emergency access. Whoever's in here, I mean you no harm.
Who are you?
This is Joyce Tanner. I was part of the investigation team on Convoy 5. And,
What the?
well, I don't know how you got into this place, but it's bloody marvelous. I'm in Data Store Charlie. Get to me if you can.
You're in Data Store Charlie. Where is that again? Data Store Charlie. That's over here. Do we seriously have outlaws out here now?
I'll find dead body.
Son of a...
That's right, you git.
You bugger!
Seriously, mate.
Bloody hell!
This isn't enough. Got to reload.
Oh, of course I get shocked by something at the last minute. Okay, so outlaws have somehow made their way in here. Thanks for the shotgun, I'll take that. Yeah. So we got outlaws out here now. Great. Good news is I can upgrade my shotgun. Boom! I have an upgrade shotgun. I can upgrade to pristine if I get another one of these. So if I collect 2 more shotguns, hey, we'll get ourselves a good gun. She said Data Store Charlie. Who is this? Till we actually do find her.
Hello?
Oh, there you are. Hey.
Who's there?
Hi.
Well, gosh. This is a surprise. When I saw movement, I thought it might be one of those awful feral goblins some people seem to have turned into. You don't look like a goblin, though. Or an outlaw.
No.
So, just exactly who are you?
Just want to try to survive, same as you.
Well, I can't argue with that. We find ourselves in very strange times. You haven't immediately tried to kill me, at least. That's a pleasant change. Sometimes I think I'm the only sane one left in the zone. I'm Joyce, by the way. Joyce Tanner. How'd you do? Well, we can put questions of identity aside, I think, seeing as I should be thanking you. I gather
Why?
that you're the one who's responsible for restoring the power supply here. I've
Yeah.
been trying to get in here for simply ages. Oh, I've just about given up hope.
Glad I could
Well,
help.
You've changed everything. You might just have tipped the scale in our favor. Isn't it a remarkable sight? The interchange in all its glory. I was beginning to think I'd never see the inside of it. Think of all the secrets that might be hidden here.
Do you have any idea what it was used for?
The interchange itself seems to be wired together like some sort of big computer. These data stores all connect to the central data processor. Though with the power cut, it looks like it's gone into a sort of a dormant state. No doubt that was part of the drill to get this place mothballed when the disaster happened. Whatever it was. As for the research they were doing here, well, I don't know. You could poke around and find out, I suppose.
That's kind of what we've been
The important thing
doing.
is that we're in here, and I cannot overstate my delight that you managed it. Now, finally, there's a chance I can get into the communication systems proper. And listen, we don't need to trust each other just yet. But maybe we can work together. It's a bit of a two-person job, this.
Well, what is it you want us to do? We're listening.
Look, if I can get a message through the interference field, I should be able to sort out an exit for us. I'd need a whole
Oh, are
array of
you an ending
transmitters to
path?
punch through the interference, though. There are a few radio towers across the area that should do the trick.
I think we've seen a few of
I've
those.
restored power to them, but I seem to be locked out of their controls. The operators must have isolated the towers from the network when the quarantine was declared. But look, if you could find each tower and release the security lock, I can fiddle around this end and try to use the array to blast out a signal. Here, I'll give you map coordinates for each tower. Good luck. Do your best.
Okay.
And try not to get eaten by any goblins.
Okay, so it seems like she's another possible ending route. So there's her, Mother Django, and the captain. And of course, the telephone guy. I think I'm still going to stick with the telephone guy because, well, he has a whole thing of mystery about him, and I'm curious to know what it's all going to lead to. So for now, we still need to do that. Yeah, we need to get the rest of the interchange going, but we need to find some way through medical. As I actually do that like an idiot. Yeah, central processor's right there, but I don't really know how we can even get to that. Oh wait, no, we've been into that. Actually, it might be a good idea to go back to central processor. Yeah, let me go back to central processor first. See how everything's looking. I forgot about that. Yeah, we still have Bravo and Alpha. We were trying to do Alpha, but it wasn't working, and it seems we still have more to do Medical. Just be able to try and get to Oberyn. Yeah, that's still a no-go. What about this one? Is this one openable yet? Nope. None of them are, specifically. I think we need to head back to Slondale and try and see about this church key. There's no... There has to be a reason why we're getting the church key here of all places. I'm hoping maybe it'll lead us to the key card. Shit. Okay, these things are going to be difficult to deal with. What was it that we had before that could help us? Seriously, mate? Now you call. We've been doing what you've been wanting.
This is the transaction. Oberon must die. If Oberon is dead, then the way out will open.
Seems like a fair transaction.
You will awaken as if from a nightmare. This sequence is assured.
You help me escape.
If Oberon is dead, then the way out will open. Others have and will offer you escape.
Yeah?
To follow their advice is at best optimistic, at worst foolish. Be
Makes
careful.
sense.
Trust only me.
Well, right now we are trusting you. Yeah, it sounds like he can help us escape.
Prior to demolition, press
Is there like a... I'll just enter for here. Because I'm guessing way to the basement somewhere in here to church. Well, wait, here we go. Is this it? It's good if we had the cellar key. Even though it's a wooden door, you can easily just break it down, but okay. And here we go. Ourselves a lab.
Slowly now. Come into the light where I can see you.
I'm going. I'm just taking your stuff first.
Wait.
Let me just...
You're not one of the scientific staff.
Whoa, and you're infected. Hi. You're infected.
Who the blazes are you? I know every face on the project, and you're not one of them.
No.
How did you know I was down here?
Found your note in medical.
You found it in...
Medical?
You mean to say you were inside the interchange?
Yep.
Just how did you get in there? They sealed the place tight.
Found a way.
You found one. Just found a key card.
You tend to find those, yeah.
I believe you. It's so ludicrous that I searched to no avail. Will you just find one? Too ludicrous to be untrue. The interchange. Open again after all this time. Astonishing. I thought it was sealed for good, and its contents forever out of reach. But look, do you realize what this means?
No.
If you have access to the interchange, then we might be able to stop this nightmare before it spreads beyond the wall.
Spread of what?
You must have seen it. In the interchange.
The spores?
That damned infestation.
Yeah, the spores.
We first discovered the growth at the Oberon site. I was one of the team assigned to study it. You know, at first we thought it was benign. Beneficial even, according to the early results.
Go
in our
on.
experiments, small doses of the growth in a purified form showed the most astonishing effect on cognitive capability. But it was not purified nearly enough, as it transpired. Its active agent was much more active than we realized. What it was doing to both our bodies and our minds all the while, it beggars imagination. We thought we held the future in a test tube. But all we had isolated was evil in its purest form.
Then we have to stop it. What can I
need
do?
you to go back to the medical facility, and this time go deeper. All the way down to the quarantine level.
That's what we're trying to do.
Somewhere
Get to
there
Oberon.
is a sealed cylinder. It's labeled Sample 1. Find it and bring it here to me. Do that, and I can promise answers. Answers and a way out of here.
Oh, don't
Here's
tell
my
me
key
you're
card.
also another
It will get
ending
you deeper
method.
into the medical section.
No, thank you for the key card. I'll see
Before
what I
you
can
go,
do.
You should help yourself to a dose of my inoculant. There's one lying around here somewhere. If you ever encounter a thick area of growth, or are suffering from a potent strain of the infection, that stuff will ease the burden. It should give you a better chance of surviving infested areas. And with any luck, it will silence the voices in your head.
Kind of like Mother
Best
J
of
Goes
luck.
Tonic. Okay, so it sounds like Dr. Holder here is also a potential ending method. This game has so many of them. It's hard to keep track. But I still think I'm going to stick with trying to blow up, or... No, not blow up, just try and kill Oberon. Well, maybe it is. It depends what Oberon is. I'm kind of under assumption it might be some sort of alien, or even a person or a computer. So either blowing it up, or just straight up killing it, shooting it, poisoning it. I don't know. I don't even know if it's a living thing. Dr. Hanway, it's an interesting conjecture. Unhappily, the only way we can discover the growth will form specific unorganized, specialized organs. If it were to grow large enough, it is allowed to allow it free reign. Hope the argument against it that are self-evident. Even at this generalized level, this organic material is very interesting, showing chemical characters not dissimilar to those found in brain, human brain and nerve tissue holder. Okay, science, science, and more science. Also, it's a really good idea for you to be experimenting on this stuff right below the village. With the military that, you know, kills people who get infected by this stuff. I'll take the experimental inoculant, and it gave me a skill. Gave me a few new skills. Okay, provides resist all sources of infection. Nice. Ooh, radiation could be helpful too. Yeah, I'm getting those. Thank you. Yeah, you're giving me some good skills here. Thank you, mate. But he gave us the key card so we can go deeper into medical. But my plan is still just to follow through with the phone guy's plan. Why? Because, well, it just seems interesting. Extract from 26 July 1957 for medical staff. The transportation to Cora's Ambulance special facility on the lower floor has been successfully completed. It was not, however, completed satisfactorily. In my opinion, I laid down a list of safety measures that were all to be observed and not treated like some manner of a la carte menu. Safety margins were inexcusably shaved. I would remind you all that on matters of institutional safety that I am the final arbiter and not Dr. Garrow. Okay. Drop one of these just so I can grab this. Oh, I already haven't learned. My bad. Yeah, then take the bomb. Okay, well, it's nice to meet you, Dr. Holder. Another ending method. How many ending methods does this game have? We have Dr. Tanner, Dr. Holder, the protocol captain, Mother Tango, Django, not Tango, Mother Django, and the phone guy, which we're doing right now. Seems like there's just so many different ending methods. Well, we got the main things we kind of wanted. Sort of. It seems like we only need, like... There's also still that one village we haven't gone to yet. You know what? I'm going to try and do that. Let's go try and see if we can find our way into that other region we haven't been to yet. To at least look around.
Hey! Think I saw some... Don't know the password, do you? Thought as much. Someone's sneaking around out there.
Let me save, because I'm about to try and break...
Spineless. There is games up.
Ah, that failed. Let me try this again. At least now I know he turns around, so I could just go behind him. I'm going to try and knock him out. Just do a takedown so I can go up and leave. I'm hoping it doesn't cause everyone to go against me.
Well, there's nobody here now. I saw...
Okay, let's go into the interchange. Here we go. Yeah, if we unlock the other methods of just getting to interchange, that could be helpful. James Clark. Hi. James, old friend, I need your help. I made a mistake. I found a way into a secret bunker hidden behind a substation, but there was something on there. It glows blue, but vivid like no blue I've ever seen on God's earth, and it hurt me. Now I've been hearing voices. I don't know what to do. Meet me outside the bakery tomorrow night. I'll give Iris a slip, and we go back to that bunker together. Maybe we'll find a cure before this gets any worse. Philip. Ah. We know. Okay, so that kind of wraps up the whole story with the baker. Yep, and here we go. Another way into the interchange. Yeah, use that. Here we go. We're in. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. There's so many of them. Gotta let our stamina come back. Come on, kill them. Still so many of them. Okay, looks like that's all of them. Good, because there were so many of them. Never mind, apparently that's not all of them. Now it is. Okay, what about through here? Yeah, we see the growth itself, but I don't see any actual ferals. At least not yet. We probably will find some, though. Who are you? Just random scientist. 12th November 1957, 23 days since quarantine, second air vent showing the growth now. Still unsure of its origin, there's a blue glow emanating from the store Alpha, but all doors remain sealed. 179 days since quarantine, emergency supplies low, continuing to await rescue. Her voice is from store Alpha, impossible. Growth present in many corners, not pleasant but palatable. I heard... Excuse me. I heard her, the voices chatter and murmur, but Helen's was amongst them. Isn't she dead? Isn't everyone dead? But her voice was so loud, it spoke of the spot where we used to swim our moonlight escapes. She wants to be free of the voices too. Can you record on a map? Casterfell. Okay, thank you for location. More growth. Power supply report. Hydroelectronic turbines at dam still providing several power loads across the wider research side. Scale. From results from the Atomfall projects. Grids to store. Yada yada yada. Stuff we already know. Okay. Yeah, we don't see any ferals. Well, okay, I go over here, but it looks like that leads to Oberyn. What part are we at? Okay, so we are over here. Good to know. Main reception. Let me guess. Yep, no power. Medical. Yeah, of course, no power. Well then, looks like I got to go for Oberyn. Or we'll probably wait to Oberyn. Data store Alpha. We finally found it, I guess. A way to get the power on. Yeah, that's not good. Our skill was supposed to help out with that, though, wasn't it? But I guess not enough. Yeah, no matter what, we're getting infected. What is that? There's a sure way for using that. Okay. Wow, okay, the infection killed me that quickly. Yeah, we're already infected. I'm just trying to do this as fast as I can. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, wind turbines are going up, which means this place probably losing. Okay, yeah, we're not dying. It's because of the wind.
Power restored in Data Store Alpha. Systems and personnel monitoring.
Yep, that's another one done.
Quarantine has been lifted in this sector.
No, 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 I'm not trying to go down. Go back up. I'm trying to go down there. It's not going to end well for us.
Status report. Systems requiring maintenance. 27. Active on-site personnel. 0.
Let me do a save again. Because I'm going to try and go down there. Gate key. Yeah, because there's medical up there. Of course, my luck, that wasn't a headshot. I should have done the bow and arrow instead. Or would it have made more sense to do this? Man, these planes are everywhere! Okay, well, we're back at medical, so we'll at least go in here and see what else is over here. Hopefully those guys hadn't respawned, because that'd be annoying. For here. Here we go. Yep, let me in. Here we go. Okay, we're in the lower level. Son of a... Let me do a save, because these guys take a lot of hits. Is he just going to be staring this way? Yep, it looks like that's the case. There we go. Yeah, these guys take a lot of hits. And don't even give much in return. Yeah, I don't think that's working. Never mind, it is. Let me go around into the place stuff. What was that?